Diolch yn fawr, yn diolch Llanelli am y croeso cynnes unwaith eto. Wel, rydyn ni wedi cael ein ysbrydoli heddi gan y ddelwedd o Gymru fydd, Cymru y gallen ni a'i adeiladu gyda'n gilydd trwy defnyddio gallu, talentau, wybodaeth ac uchelgais ein pobl. Gallai fod yn hollol wahanol. Gallen ni adeiladu cenedl llwyddiannus, iach, wybodus, sydd yn cynnig cyfle teg i bob un o'n pobl ifanc. Yr unig beth sydd wedi ein rwystro rhag cael hynny yw diffyg ewyllus gwleidyddol a diffyg uchelgais gwleidyddol Llywodraeth Cymru. Mae rhaid i hynny newid. Rydyn ni gallu gwneud cymaint yn well. Yn yr un modd, mae'r Undeb Ewropeaidd wedi ddal yn ôl gan ddiffyg uchelgais heddi, i wireddu breuddwyd y bobl nath ei sefydlu. Mae'n anodd credu, ond yw ein bod ni heddi yn clywed yr holl leisiau sydd yn galw am ei Brydain adael yr Undeb sydd wedi llwyddo mewn cadw'r heddwch yn Ewrop. Meddyliwch pa mor uchelgeisiol oedd y syniad o ddod â gwledydd a oedd wedi bod mewn ryfel at ei gilydd mewn prosiect i sicrhau eu bod nhw'n cydweithio mewn heddwch. Ac o'r 6 gwlad gwreiddiol i liwio'r undeb hwnnw, i dyfu hyd at heddi ac 8 ar 20 o wledydd annibynnol yn cydweithio. 500,000 o bobl. Rydw i wedi gweld rhywfaint o'r tyfiant hwnna. Pan ges i fethol ym 1999, gyda'r bleidlais uchaf a gafodd y blaid erioed, cofia, roedd 15 o wledydd yn yr Undeb Ewropeaidd. Erbyn heddi mae'r nifer bron wedi dyblu, a llawer o wledydd y ddwyrain nawr yn gweithio gyda ni mewn partneriaeth. Mae'n orchest rhyfeddol. Mae'n wyrth ei fod wedi llwyddo gweitha'r holl broblemau. Ac mae'r broblemau yn enfawr. Gwnaeth yr argyfwng economaidd newid cyfeiriad a natur Ewrop i'r gweithar. Roedd Plaid Cymru wedi sefyll yn gabdan yn erbyn polisïau torri gwariant cyhoeddus a'r holl glodi a dioddefaint wnaeth hynny ei achosi. Roedd yn peryglu ar undeb ei hun. Nid dyna'r ffordd i ddatrys y problemau, i'r gwrthwyneb. Mae angen buddsoddi mewn pobl a swyddi. Ac mae rhaid i arweinwyr Ewrop ddod i'r afael ar argyfwng ffoaduriaid. Bues i yn Calais yng ngwersyll y jungle cwpl o wythnosau yn ôl, gyda Liz Saville Roberts a Vicky Molla. Fe gwrddon ni â phobl o Syria i glywed ganddyn nhw am eu profiadau, yn ffoi am eu bywydau, i'n chwilio am lloches a lle o ddiogelwch dros dro, nes ei bod nhw'n gallu dychwelyd i'w gwlad a'i ail adeiladu. Rwyf hefyd wedi cael negeseuon a siarad gyda pobl yng Nghymru sydd am i ni, i Gymru, fod yn genedl o loches. Rydyn ni yn genedl fach sydd yn gweld ein hunain yn cyd-destun byd eang ac yn ymwybodol iawn o'n dyletswydd at bobl mewn angen. Rwy'n falch iawn o hynny, bod cymunedau yng Nghymru sydd am agor eu drysau i bobl yn hytrach na chodi ffensys. Wales's natural home is in Europe. The European Union has promoted our interests and shared our values. I want to see this relationship develop further and flourish. The EU has been an amazing achievement. It's not without its problems, of course, very serious problems. But I firmly believe that we have a better chance of solving those problems together than apart, because leaving the EU won't take the problems away. Wales benefits from EU membership economically, socially and culturally. Through the EU, we have laws on equality, on the environment, on workers and consumers' rights, on farming and food quality, and we've taken action to tackle climate change and much, much more than that. We've been able to control the chemicals in our environment and clean up our rivers. No one likes rules and regulations, but they do protect us. And it's often the UK or the Welsh Government that's responsible for the overburdening, the gold plating, as it's called, the added regulations, not the EU. But the EU is blamed. Well, let's show who is responsible. It's about time the meetings of government leaders in Brussels were opened up so we can see who votes which way. There's too much secrecy. We want an open and an honest Europe. But look at the big picture. The EU has done more for Wales than the UK would have done on its own. But our work doesn't stop with the referendum, by no means. We want a stronger voice for Wales, and we'll continue to work for that. With an ambitious and an active Welsh Government, we can have a much greater role. We could make changes now in Wales, and I'm not talking about European treaty changes, but changes in the way the UK works, the UK structures, that would give Wales more influence on EU policies. To do that, we need a Plaid Cymru Welsh Government. We can't lose the voice we have in Europe. We've made a mark, and we can contribute a lot more to building a fairer and a better society. But we can't do that if we have no voice and no influence. Change is happening, change of a different kind, change of a positive kind. There's a progressive movement across the European Union, and Plaid Cymru is part of that. The European Free Alliance that we belong to has been working since the 1980s for a different kind of Europe, a Europe that truly recognises the value of diversity, that doesn't give powers just to the member states, but recognises the real diversity and democracy across Europe, recognises that bringing Europe to the peoples means political equality for all nations and historic regions, all our languages and all our cultures. We have a lot to change about the EU, which can only be done from within. There's no point in us shouting from the sidelines. We have to be there, as a nation, standing alongside our partners, working for democracy, working for Wales. Europe is constantly changing and evolving. We can help change it. It's not static. We can help reshape it. The EU needs to be more accountable and accessible. Prioritise people, not profits. The European Parliament is as much a parliament for Wales as it is for any other nation. We must regain European democracy for the people of Wales and for all the peoples of Europe. We see Wales's future firmly in Europe. And in a very practical way, Europe has given us the freedom to travel, to live, to study and work in other countries, and the same freedom to people from other countries to contribute towards our society and our economy in Wales. During our visit to Calais, we saw at first hand the shocking scenes, but despite the terrible conditions, what struck us was the power of human solidarity, the support provided by the many volunteers and charities, as well as the self-organisation of the refugees. It was incredible. It reminded me of what we can achieve if we work together. At this crucial time for Europe, we cannot turn our back on those that come to us seeking sanctuary. That is why Plaid Cymru has repeatedly called for safe corridors to be established for refugees coming to Europe. In the next few months, we have huge choices to make. Choice about the kind of Wales we want to build. Choices about the kind of Wales we want for future generations. I was too young to vote in the first European referendum. Yeah, really, I was too young to vote in the first. But I'm glad that Wales voted yes to Europe then. I and my generation, and those coming afterwards, benefited from that decision. For most of my life, I've been able to travel freely in Europe, to learn about other countries, to teach them about Wales, and to work together on shared values and aspirations to see how much better things could be. I have been inspired by Europe. I want my grandchildren and their generation to be inspired too, to enjoy those things, to broaden their horizons. One of the many young people from Wales who have come to do work experience in my office in Brussels put it very well. He said that being part of the European Union makes our world a little bigger. What I want is a Wales that can stand up for itself on the European and the global stage, not a Wales that is pushed to the sidelines. What is best for Wales is a strong Plaid Cymru government, elected in May, led by Leanne Wood, that will always and without fail be a strong voice for the people of Wales in Europe and in the world. Diolch yn fawr.